Finally, in the last slide, I would like to say that the society is the bigger classroom of academia. Now, this is the attitude that is the right attitude to me. Well, I would not say right because sometimes there is no right or wrong in academia. Actually, all the time there is no right or wrong in academia. There is only a perspective within a certain framework. And so I think that if one were to hold a certain perspective that says academics should only be talking in classes and doing their stuff in laboratories, well, then we will have to suffer the consequences of what happens in society. Now, if you take the perspective that the academic have a bigger classroom, which is the world, or at least the country, then we would have a certain way of practicing academia and putting in promotions and also the idea of being the best academic and things like that in a more proper and meaningful perspective. Now, for the academics who are truly concerned about changes in society, the real examination do not come from the peers, but come from the journalists who represent a certain idea or group of uh, lay people. And in Malaysia, the journalists are as lay as they can, as they can come by. I have met many journalists who I wouldn't say that they are not educated, but they have this what I call this one line thinking, which most people on the streets who has an average education of a university education or even a high school, secondary education, and they tend to look at things in a very simplistic manner. And this is not to belittle them, but we as academic have to take that and paint a bigger picture and put it in a certain perspective that opens up new avenues of thoughts and ideas. And a problem such as a race problem or energy problem can be looked at in many ways rather than only on a single one way. Now, one of the tips about dealing with journalists, which I will be talking more of on in the next part two of the talk, is in responding to journalists open up the issue, as journalists are too focused on symptoms of issues, not the root. And so this is what I have said just now, that our role is to open up the whatever issue there is. As academics, we must make a clear stand within a proper explained framework. Now this all sounds very, very academic, and the masters or the lay people would not really understand that. But well, that is our role as professors and associate professors. We have to be able to what is called dumb down or bring down the knowledge so that it can be better understood. If not, civilization stays static. This is what I call the guru silat syndrome, or the guru silat by purpose or by accident do not impart the full knowledge of his silat, and the next student also do the same. And so as time goes by, knowledge do not progress but regress, simply because the teacher failed to develop a way of imparting this knowledge and experience uh, to the students or to the bigger lay population. Now, I will explain later on that we should never be trapped by someone else's framework, and we must be open, clear, and most importantly, be contextual. As I said, I will be dealing with this more in the next part of the lecture. And here, in this particular part one, I just want to impart the idea that as academics, we have a responsibility to change the nation. And we are not truly an academic if we do not realize this responsibility of having a certain expertise of knowledge. Because if we do not do so, then as time passes, then the society regress. It does not progress, it regress. And I think this is the tragedy of a silent academia.